What I've learned auditing 1,000 Klaviyo accounts in the past few years is that not all of your email automation is made equal. I've noticed 3 specific email automation or flows, as Klaviyo calls them, that drive 80% of stores' email marketing automation revenue. These flows is what I called your core flows, and every e-commerce store should really be obsessed to dial them in and get them as good as possible. In this video, I'm going to share with you what those flows are, and then I'm going to show you how we use AI to write them in literally a minute. Afterwards, I'm going to share with you step-by-step tutorial guides to implement everything inside of Klaviyo step by step. This is going to be a jam-packed video, so go grab yourself some coffee. We're starting right away. All right, moving over to my screen share. Video number 3 in our mini-series, how to get started with email marketing. Flows 101. Spoiler alert on the flows that you will learn about today. Let's get started. But before we do, you should know that email marketing stands strong on 3 separate pillars that are equally important for your email marketing success. The first one is pop-up. The second one, flows. And the third one is campaigns. Today, we're covering flows. This is going to be the automated stuff. Once you're done with flows, you should have a good lead acquisition or lead gen, right? This is how you're going to grow your list for people to get your flows, right? You need a good pop-up in place, and you need also campaigns, which are manual and broader sense. I have videos on each and every one of these in the description down below. Once you're done with flows, if you're still motivated, check out these other videos and get your email marketing all completed. On to step 1. What are flows and why they even matter? Imagine this. You're turning on some emails inside of your Klaviyo account, and all of a sudden you automate over 20%, okay, of your Shopify store revenue. This is what flows are for, and that's how they work. You basically see a store right here, in matter of months, going from $2,500 all the way to $28,000. All right, this is exactly what we want to do for your store, and most of that revenue came from 3 automation. Moving on to step number 2, let's pick the right flows to start with. We'll focus on this amazing principle in life. If you haven't heard of the Pareto principle, Google it. It's the basic idea that not everything is equal. There's usually 20% effort that will yield 80% result. All right, so 20% effort to yield 80% result. Now inside of your e-commerce store funnel, this is what it looks like. There are 3 specific automation that are, this is your entire customer journey. This is the entire customer journey. There's over 14 different touch points. Don't get overwhelmed by this. Today we'll focus specifically on the new customers, and these are the 3 flows that we'll want to have in place. These will make the greatest impact and drive the most revenue for your e-commerce store. The first one is the first flow inside of your automation arsenal, the welcome series. The welcome series is what happened after you sign up on the pop-up. If you haven't watched my pop-up video, the pop-up is basically the first thing as you land on an e-commerce store funnel. You basically see the pop-up. It greets you, it says basically, welcome, get 10% off, $10 off for your email or your phone number. That's the welcome series. It triggers immediately after signing up on the pop-up. The second flow is the browse abandonment, and the third one is the abandoned checkout. This is a great representation of what happens step by step inside of your e-commerce store once a visitor lands on your homepage. First, they see the pop-up. Then the welcome series gets triggered. These are a sequence of emails that nurtures your customers, nurture your visitor, actually. Apologies there. They're not yet your customers. You want to make them your customers. So the welcome series gives you the discount, right? The $10 off, 10% off, whatever you offer, nurtures you. Why you should buy our products. How are you better, faster, stronger than your competitors? Then, after they get the welcome series, maybe they bought, maybe they didn't. If they did not buy, but maybe they've viewed a product right here, then we have the browse abandonment come into play. This is what's going to trigger, and these sequence of emails are slightly different than the welcome series. These talk specifically about the product they just abandoned, right? That's why it's called the browse abandon, and it will give them reasons why to come back and potentially add the product to cart, which is this step. It's further down the funnel, and maybe even start a checkout, which is the last step before making a purchase. If your browse abandonment is good, it's dialed in, then somebody will come back to the product they just browsed, and maybe they started a checkout and never finished it, right? That's when the abandoned checkout will kick in, and its sole goal is to make somebody complete the sale. All right, so we have different objections on pricing, returns, how the product work, etc. Every single one of these emails is very specific to where the customer is inside of their buying journey, if that makes sense. So as we said, 3 emails right here out of 14, 16 different email automation. We want to start with these. These will make the greatest impact. So now that we have these kind of like understood, let's see why, besides these facts, why we want them first. First thing first, these will work from day one, especially if you're on a tight budget or you want to just see ROI quickly. These will work from day one. The welcome series is triggered by a pop-up. As long as you get traffic on your site, the welcome series will work, the browse abandonment will work, and the abandoned checkout will work. The second thing, they target new customers. That's the main bulk of visitors that you will have on your website day to day. So the main bulk of your traffic will come from new customers. The last thing, they're easy to set up using my method, obviously. So I'll share with you exactly our easy step-by-step guides on how to get them set up. Now that we have this out of the way, let's see how to use ChatGPT to write these emails in less than a minute. I would say less than a minute. It might take a bit longer if you want to take your time. Link down below to this amazing cheat sheet that I put together for you. I'm going to stop the video. Download it. It says this is where to download the cheat sheet in the description down below, and I'll come back once you have it ready. All right. So in order to write your email flows, this is the doc that you'll need. Let me just explain you real quick because it's a bit dense. So don't worry about it. We're going to go through it step by step. So what you need, I'm going to start from scratch. Here's ChatGPT, a new chat. Then we have the flow breakdown doc. These are docs that I put together before AI even existed in order to make our YouTube course, right? These are breakdown docs showing you step by step about every single one of those automation. The welcome flow, why you want to focus on it, what each email should focus on, the content pillars, potential subject lines for each one of those emails, more about the series, etc., etc. About every single one of these emails, I gave some context as well as the whole series. Why you need this, who will receive it, when, how, etc. What you want to do first and foremost is open all 3 docs, just like that. Welcome series, abandoned checkout, and browse abandoned. Now, we have also the prompts to drop in inside of ChatGPT, the copy table, which is a winning formula to write your emails inside of. And lastly, we have the ideal client avatar doc. This doc is unique for your store. That's how ChatGPT is going to write emails that are specific for your client avatar. Not just random emails, but specific to your client avatar. First step, or step 1, is creating this ideal client avatar. Now, I have ChatGPT prompt that you can literally write with me. Is this: please write me an ideal client avatar for my store. And then you write your store URL. I'm going to take Dr. Squash as an example. I just like their branding, and we'll write that together. Here is an ideal client avatar for Jake the Rugged Millennial. Now, an ideal client avatar doc is demographic, psychographic, like their values, their frustration, beliefs, natural, weak, grooming, girly, looking good, feeling good, right? So this is why we want to grab this, is who are we talking to? Who are we writing the email to? You want to literally just copy everything ChatGPT gives us. And this is, remember, just from inputting your store URL. You can add things, you can change things, and make it perfect for who you're trying to sell to. You copy this, and you want to drop this exactly where it says ideal client avatar. I've made one already. I just want to do this with you step by step. All right, so copy this like this, and that's it. Now we're moving into the magic. All right, after we have the ideal client doc in place, we want to grab our prompt. So the prompt from here, please write a 3 email sequence for my welcome flow. From here, we want to copy all the way down to the end of the ideal client avatar, up until where it says example. Copy, drop it in, and let the magic start. Now ChatGPT is going to grab this prompt and we'll start writing your core flows. So here's our first email being written out. Preview text, your journey to better grooming starts here. Your shower just leveled up. Welcome to Squash Nation. Real soap, real ingredients, real results. Jake, I would obviously change this to the person's name. You can do this quite easily in Klaviyo using the first name syntax. Meet your new grooming ritual. No chemicals, no BS, just ridiculously good smelling natural products made for guys who give a damn about what goes in their body. Here's 10% off your first order. Try one bar, you'll never go back to your drugstore junk again. CTA claim your 10% off. Made in the USA, smells like adventure, guaranteed. That's what we want, guys. This is exactly why we want to use our ChatGPT prompt. Here's email 2, us versus them. Them, loaded with sulfates and parabens. Us, natural oil, sustainable ingredients, handcrafted in small batches. You see how beautiful those emails are, step by step. All the flows are just inside here. Read them through, make sure they're perfect for your store, but that's what we want to use our prompt. This is how easy it is now to get started with the email marketing, guys. So if you have any questions to me, leave me a comment down below. Now, if you want to take these into Klaviyo, you'll need to design them. And I have a separate video on how to design your emails or how to find an email designer using platforms like Fiverr or Upwork that know Klaviyo and can help you implement these for you guys, right? So you have copy, and then you move into design and implementation. And lastly, once you're done with design, I have a blog post showing you step by step on how to implement your email design to become flows inside of Klaviyo. If you want to check it out, again, link is in the description down below. I was Nate, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, again, leave me a comment down below. And if you want me and my team to dive inside of your Klaviyo account and give you a free and comprehensive Klaviyo audit, apply to your free Klaviyo audit in the description down below. Limited seats are available each month, so make sure to do it today. I'm very excited to actually help you grow your email marketing. And if you would like to continue learning, subscribe to the channel and like this video. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.